In this episode, I'll be showing you a step-by-step tutorial on how I turned this dress that I wasn't completely sold on at first into a dress that fit my body and my style better. I was going to cut here and then gather this and sew it back on, but I don't think I'm going to, because if I do, then I'll have to shorten this and it throws this whole thing off. You know what I mean? Like the even spaces, it'll throw it off. So I could just get rid of a whole section if I were to, but then it'll be shorter, and I can't make it shorter because it's already like right on the right length. So if you see here, these are all evenly spaced, and I don't want to ruin that, and I think that'll look weird if I go like that. You know what I mean? I know that's going to bother me. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to make a waist tie. Change of plans. Gotta learn to be flexible with sewing. I'm going to cut here like this. So I'm going to align it good. It's nice and straight. I'm going to get rid of this section. So what I'm going to do is just cut here. The first cut always does make me nervous, but you just gotta go for it. Okay, hopefully that was not too narrow. I should have measured, but I'm really short on time. I'm just going to use this as the trace and just cut it. Because I want to keep that as much as possible. So this has to cut like this. To make the sleeve smaller, instead of cutting this part, I want to keep this part, because this is beautiful. So I'm just going to follow this line, but just do it over here. I want this line to be on the shoulder seam, so I'll just cut it, leaving like 1/2 inch seam allowance, and then sewing it like that. So I have to follow this, so I'm going to flip this over and then trace it. In sewing, you just sometimes just gotta be fearless and bold and just go for it. I mean, after all, it's just clothes, right? Hopefully you practice on clothes that you wouldn't feel as sad about, so if you ruin it, it won't be that bad. Like, don't do it on like a $200 brand new shirt, you know? Practice on some old ones. So like that. We just have to make the waist tie with this. I was about to sew the sleeves, but I forgot to match. So this length has to match the length of the sleeve. So, you know, it has to be similar. So this was much longer. This was much longer. So inside, if you look, I sewed the side narrower. See that? Right there. So this will be narrower, so this width will be shorter to match the length of this. I flipped it inside out, so you would just sew this narrower. I just sewed it like that. I might probably have to, yeah, I think that's fine. See? See that line? Just sew it on both sides so this is shorter. Then I knew I wanted to make a waist tie to make the dress more form-fitting. I also didn't want the waist tie to be just the solid red fabric. I wanted the waist tie to accentuate the whole design of the dress and not look like it was just an afterthought. So I knew I wanted to use the red, white, and blue trim, but the problem was there wasn't much of that. So in my desperate attempt, I used the trims from the sleeves and the shoulders and placed it in the middle of the waist tie, then surrounded the trim with a solid red fabric to make a one long waist tie. it's sewn. Now put a safety pin and flip it inside out. Safety pin just one side, so not both of the fabric. If you did, it wouldn't go through. Once you pin it, you put it inside, and then scoot it all the way through while you pull the other side. They should all come out, and see? And then I would iron it. And then hem the ends on both sides. To hem the ends, I fold it just a little bit and then tuck it in and then sew the outside. It a little bit. It's so tiny, it's a little hard. So yeah, you just fold it in a little bit. There it goes. And then sew. Now let's look at the before and the after. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And as always, if you have any suggestions or ideas on my sewing or how to make this video better, you are more than welcome to leave me a comment below. I'm always trying to learn and open to new ideas. If you'd like to see sneak peeks, behind the scenes, and more, you can follow me at Tyau on Instagram. I would love for us to be friends there. The estimated time it took me was 45 minutes to 1 hour, the budget was $10, and the skill level is a confident beginner. Thank you so much for watching, and keep watching for the bloopers. Are you like super close though? Do you need to make that sound? Again, do you need to make that noise?
Boom, savage! Oh, I see my shadow.
Mama.
What the?
Mama.
You jealous of my tassels? No. Woo! Okay, Mom, your camera's on low battery. Ooh, you guys are sassy.
Do they have stickers?
Yeah, they do.
Wow. Okay, guys. Mom, I've been videotaping for 48 seconds. And I am getting tired. Thank you.
I think that's good.
Okay. Goodbye, peoples, in this video thing. What? Wait.